Hey guys, welcome to a new video where we're going to show you the feature tickets or lists within the ticket section. So these are put in place to make your life just a little bit easier, to combine different kinds of elements within UChat where you normally would have third-party platforms like a CRM, like a project management system, like a feedback tracker, right? So all of these things can be incorporated within tickets or lists. And already created a few lists in advance from the templates that are available, but let's first see how we can get towards this section. So from the dashboard overview, you can scroll down until you see tickets. Now, if this is not activated for you, there might be a button that you need to contact support to purchase the add-on. And if that is the case and you did so, this should be unlocked for you. Of course, you will not have these presets, but you will have a blank screen. You can create a ticket in two different kinds of ways. You can say, okay, I want to press the button plus list, or you can say, I want to create from a share code. These share codes can be done a little bit like a template. So you can create a really good looking list and you can share that with other workspaces. So once the list has been created, you can say share. And then from here, as you can see, I already tried it a few times, but you can press the button, you will get a share code and you can share that code with any other workspace. So how that works is, as soon as this feature has been unlocked for you, on the other workspace, you go towards the drop down, say create from share code, and then you can just say paste the share code in, override if it's already existing. Maybe this is an updated list, right? Then you can say press create and it will create the list on the new workspace for you. So that is a little bit like a template like format for tickets or lists. As you can see, I already started from the 5 templates as examples that we have, but let's create a new list from scratch. If we take a look, you can give the list a name. So let's just call this demo, and you can also give it an emoji. Let's go with this one. Then we have a list code. The list code, let's call it demo as well. Here you can determine whether or not you want to put it live. So I'm assuming that you only want to put it live once it's really ready. So let's leave it unpublished for now. And then you have the option for several different kinds of templates. And these will help you set up really quick use cases, like I've done with the prior 5 that we see here, right? If you want to create one from scratch, that's also totally fine. You can say just create, and then you will have it listed at the bottom. You can adjust it by going towards the pencil icon. You can rename this. Just know that you cannot rename the list code. Once that is done, it's basically added towards the database for your workspace lists. And this cannot be changed because this is searchable by API endpoints. You can, of course, put it live once you are ready and then press update, right? Then if we go towards fields, you can see there are a few fields already there present. The first one is a text field. You cannot really change that. You need at least one additional input, right? But all the other ones you could delete. So if you don't need bot users for this specific list, you can say, okay, I want to delete it. I don't have any need for that, right? So that is something that you could do as well. If you say an agent is not really needed, you can delete that. If this text is not needed, you can also delete that as well, right? What you could also do is you can move the different kinds of options up and down. So if I say I want to add a system field list, like a description, created by, last edited by, and stuff like that, that is totally fine. Depending on your use case for the list, for example, if you have something like a sales pipeline, you might want to have the lead source, the lead status, the department, and interest as well, right? Along with the market. But these are the system fields available to you to insert. You can also insert your own custom fields. And as you can see, you can have a few drop-down fields. And the way that works is if we're going to take a look, you will see we have a select here. And you can see we have a select here, right? That is a name. You can give this a name. So let's say this is according towards some kind of car chart. So let's say this is a car brand. Then we can go towards this gear icon. And from here, we can then say, okay, I want to give some options inside the drop-down. So let's go with Indigo, and let's say this is a Mercedes. And let's call this exactly the same. There we go, add option. Then we can go with a different color, and let's say this will be a Renault. And this will also be the same. Let's do one more. Let's go for greenish one, and let's say this will be a Volvo. And this will also be a Volvo as name. Add option. And now if we take a look, right, we can see the preview here. Then you will have these kinds of drop downs inside of your list overview. So those are how custom fields work. And you have drop downs, you have dates, decimals, numbers, ratings, text as well. And you can also use ratings, for example, to have certain priority lists, right? So if you go with rating, you can press the gear icon and you could, for example, say the rating, as you can see here, quantity is 5, or maybe you only want 3 stars, as you can see here. And you can also change the color, whatever you like to adjust. As you can see, it will automatically adjust. And you can also have the style, you can also have users, you can have bells as ratings, mouse, tags, and so on, right? So that is something that you can adjust according towards your own liking. That is something that can be done as well. And of course, as mentioned, once you have multiple fields, you can also move the fields up or down according towards your own preferences. Once created and once you're completely done, you can of course put the list live. But let's take a look at a few of the example templates. So if we're going to view, if we go towards the views, then you will see that you can have assigned to me, right? You can have different kinds. You can edit the view if you want to have the board view or a chart view. That is something that you can also do. You can say group by status or assignee, and you can also have certain filters. But how can we add things towards the list? So let's take a look there. We can do so if we go towards live chat. We will have a ticket overview here. And let's go towards the project management and let's just add something towards the list. What you can do is you can go towards the plus icon to add an item. And let's say I'm wanting to make this video as a task, right? So let's say record video about lists. There's no specific bot user needed for this. So it's also not mandatory. Status, let's go with in progress. I'm currently in progress. Priority, let's make it a high priority. And then from here, let's say record a video on how tickets and lists work. Let's do an assignee. Let's say I'm going to assign myself. Let's say save. And now we have this nice overview, right? As you can see, record a video on how tickets and lists work. Now, you have different kinds of views. These are already preset, but you can have different kinds if you like to. So if we say done, it's a table form, not done is a table form. Or if we take a look at status, it's more like a Trello board, right? So it's a really nice overview of how you can adjust these things towards your own liking. So this is now a Trello-like board, but if we go back, you can also adjust that. So if we go back towards tickets, project management, and say views, as you can see, status. If you want to have a chart, that's a new recent update as well. And we also can say group by status, then say save. Let's take a look at how that then looks, right? So the chart is not the best looking format for this. So let's say I want to have a table. There we go. Now we have a nice looking table overview. So according towards your own preferences, you can adjust the views per different kinds of section, right? So you can add a new view about this specific project, and then basically adjust the view towards your own liking, either a table, a board like a Trello board, or a chart if you work with certain percentages and stuff like that. Let's press save, and then we have the nice looking board overview again. But you can see that it is really simple to create your own type of list that meets your specific use case and prevents you from needing to have several different kind of third-party platforms in order to be able to basically track different kinds of statuses, right? So a project management, a feedback tracking, support, a backlog, deals, so the sales pipeline can all be done inside of UChat now by using tickets and lists. One additional feature, of course, is that you can also use lists directly inside of live chat. And if I go towards a specific user, so let's go towards this one, I can also access the tickets here. So if I'm going to take a look at the tickets, you can see that I already created a ticket for this user. That's a yearly package. This is the offer that has been sent. So as you can see, quote has been sent, reply, waiting from user, follow up within 24 hours. This is just an example. And we can also add additional comments. And a new recent update is also that you can now add files towards each individual comment, right? So for example, quotation has been sent. You could also have a file like a PDF with all the quotation specifics inside, and then attach it towards this ticket for easy reference. Then when basically a team member comes in and take a look at the comments, they can easily see the history and also the quotation that has been sent as well. And of course, you can create a new ticket here directly from the spot. So you can add them towards the list of your preference. So let's say it's a support question and the user has a certain issue. Let's say cannot access the flow builder. Let's make it a priority medium. Details, user stated it cannot access the flow builder inside Omni-Channel. And you can assign it towards any of the agents that are available, and then we can also provide the status. Again, this is directly basically brought in from a template. You can assign your own statuses as well, right? So let's say this is a new status. Let's say save. Now the user has 2 different kinds of tickets and also shows up on the top right corner as well. So at all times you have a good overview of the tickets from the user and different kinds of lists as well, right? So this is a list for support, so a ticket, and now we also have a deals list as well. So this user has been sent an offer. So we think that with this list/ticket update, it provides a really wide new use case of possible features that you can implement inside of UChat without the need to go back and forth between third-party platforms. If you have any questions, do let us know and we'll try to help you out as soon as possible. But for now, have a great day, take care and talk soon.